member.
So people have asked in the past about the statement about amalgamation of man and beast. What was Ellen White talking about? Was she a racist? Did she think some races of men were half animal? And my response was that no, she did not. The degradation, well, let's look at this quote from this recent video I posted, which is so ironic, it's laughable, about Miles trying to pit Ellen White as a racist and joining a church that held over 750,000 slaves while the Adventists held no slaves. And Ellen White made this statement, but I'm going to pause it and I want to note something about what she said in this quote. I want you to consider my answer to some of you that were relentlessly hounding me, claiming I'm saying she means something she doesn't mean. But let's look at what she says in this statement and ask ourselves if my explanation was indeed correct or not.
Quoting the racism of some of the leading Calvinist preachers during the Civil War, which the fledgling Adventist Church was just getting started as a denomination. Here's a quote from Ellen White regarding the slave issue amongst the Presbyterian Church, largely in support of slavery, with holding over 750,000 slaves in America during this time. If you can find me one Adventist who held a slave, go ahead and send me the information. I can't find a single one. Ellen White,
Yeah, go ahead and send me that information.
said this: all heaven beholds with indignation human beings, the work.
Pause. Human beings. The workmanship of God. Human beings, the workmanship of God, reduced to the lowest depths of degradation and placed on a level with the brute creation. Human beings, by their fellow men. Fellow men, do you know what that means? That means Ellen White saw slaves as fellow men being put on the degradation with brute creation. They're being forced into being used like cattle, even though they are human beings, and they're being put to this by their fellow human beings, their fellow men. Then she goes on to say,
Of God, reduced to the lowest depths of degradation, placed on a level with the brute creation by their fellow men, and professed followers of that dear Savior, whose compassion was ever moved as he witnessed human woe, heartily engaged in this.
There you have it. So, I look forward to your apologies for your false accusations and your relentless hounding of your false claims. May God have mercy on your soul.